What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Clash of Clans video where we are reviewing the Town Hall 9 Lavaloon. This is probably the best attack strategy right now for Town Hall 9. A lot of people ask, can you 3-star a base with low level heroes? How about no heroes? Check out the attack in the background by a fellow judoka. This is not me, it is one of the other judos in the clan. But make sure to leave a like on the video to show them some love and subscribe for more Clash of Clans. If you are interested in joining Elite Gaming, all of the information you need is on the screen there right now. But getting into this attack then, we're able to bring in the balloons behind them lava hounds to them first air defense and really maximize the use of spells. The balloons just crush this base. Really, if you find bases where you can bring in the lava hounds, they well protect the balloons, you can wreck them, guys. Low level heroes definitely do work. Obviously, it depends on the strength of the base. If you're not quite used to attacking with Lavaloon, you don't quite have that ideal layout, it might be a bit more difficult, but it certainly can be done on the correct layout. And as you can see, the king and queen sitting on the sidelines looking pretty, just helping to give a bit of moral support on this one. The balloons are going to finish it off, and just a brilliant attack. We will break down the Lavaloon attack here for you. Often there's a few key objectives that you can use the king and queen to take out, but on the correct base, as you can see, as long as your balloons are well protected, you can just, you know, destroy it. And the Town Hall 9 Lavaloon, why I say it's one of the best, I think that and the Go Hobo is personally, they're really on par, to be honest. They can both take out a wide variety of base layouts. Let's focus on a couple of them in specific, how you would use them heroes to help them. So on this one, Dragon comes in with your standard golems in order to create the funnel alongside the wizards. Notice how wide he spreads the funnel, takes out all of the trash buildings on that outside. Now that means that your heroes and bowlers, if you decide to use them, will push right into the base. They're not going to walk around the outside. Bowlers might have been a nice addition on this one because, as you can see, Queen kind of gets hung up on the lava hound a little bit. Not going to matter massively because she's well protected from them golems, but she does walk because of that Tesla, ends up not getting the enemy archer queen, and we also missed that air defense as well, which would have been quite nice to take out. Bowlers might have gone ahead and done that. But guys, we've mentioned it so many times, you have to get on with your attack. Sometimes things don't always go to plan. I'm sure the plan there was to take out the queen, but check out this. Instead, we bring in the lava hound along with a set of balloons to take out that air defense. Then they're going to move forward. We then have lava pups onto the queen, and as the balloons come in from the north, you will see she just gets surrounded. Perfect queen pop strategy, really. You'd think it was, you know, bang on to strategy, but I think if the queen had gone into the base there, it wouldn't have even been needed. And as you can see, even though things did not go to plan, the base is absolutely destroyed. There's so many balloons left over at the end here. I mean, the king doesn't even matter. We have plenty of minions which we've placed up on the top in order to clean up right behind them balloons. Once you've got the balloons in, guys, they've set off any traps, they've taken out any defenses, put the minions in. They're going to start that cleanup phase straight away, and you know, you can save some troops to see where the balloons go, but really, you want to start cleaning out that other section as soon as possible. We have a good few base designs to show you here today, so hopefully you'll get a good idea on the strategy. I mean, any of you guys that have been around my channel for some time will have seen this quite a lot. So this is a base that at first glance you think is ideal for Lavaloon, but then you have this air defense pushed across to the side. So we are going to come in from this area, take down these air defense, and take out this entire section of the base. And what it means is you're only left really with the queen that can do any sort of damage to the Lavaloon portion. And on the back end here you do have the wizard towers as well, but they will be taken care of, guys. So as the queen creates a nice little path in towards the air defense here, we start to put a couple of balloons just to take out these few defenses, or this wizard tower anyway. And the reason for that, guys, is purely balloon pathing. You can see how now we can target the X-bow easily. If that balloon had been, the wizard tower had been there, the balloon might have then gone up to the cannon. Queen did it anyway, so it didn't matter, but just that is why things were happening there. Notice again how we target that air defense specifically with a lava hound and one specific group of balloons. As they move forward here, we haven't taken out the queen, but we haven't forgot about her. You cannot do that, guys. So as they move forward, waiting to make sure that the queen is right within that area, then we also have a skeleton spell just to pop on the queen alongside that rage spell to take her down very effectively. We did wait. You can sacrifice a few balloons, guys. It's okay, unless you're going seriously thin. You can sacrifice some balloons, and in that case what we did was wait, so we knew the queen wasn't going to jump over a wall. That's very important that you don't miss with that skeleton spell, but also we were able to get the rage spell on top of that, so the skeletons could wipe out that queen nice and quickly, and again, a very comfortable attack. So the CC troops, depending on what is in there, is going to be very important to take out. And let's skip ahead to this base, because this one shows you the CC troops quite nicely and how we deal with this one. So a single hog rider comes in, lures a lava hound, and most of the time you don't even have to worry about a lava hound. It's not going to affect your Lavaloon. However, you did see the queen got stuck on the lava hound before, so on this one we bring a couple of archers to draw the lava hound out whilst the king and queen come in and do their work. Now notice how they can freely get on with stuff, and that lava hound is not going to bother them. We do have a couple of other archers just to slowly put in, and by the time the lava hound is able to take them out, it's very, very slow, by the way. The king and queen have already done their job. So they're creating, again, a nice little section of the base that we're taking out, and like we've said before, you want to take out some key objectives. So the enemy queen is obviously a clear target, but it's not a necessity. If you have a skeleton spell, you can see there's one in this raid, then that is the easiest way to counter it. We've taken out a section of the base though, but notice how a lot of these defenses are within range of the air defense there. That means that the lava hound is going to be tanking for them defenses. The balloons here are not getting targeted. They can just freely come forward, and with the use of the haste spells, just check out how quickly they go down. Let's bring our focus to that archer queen again, because this is a key thing which can often ruin your raid. There's that rage spell, there's that skeleton spell, the balloons as well. If they drop anything onto a defense and the queen standing next to it, you can bet your bottom dollar that she is going down. And a thing that we haven't mentioned, I'm surprised at this point I haven't mentioned it, is protect the balloons in terms of pathing. If you get to the end of a raid and there's a wizard tower, you do need to either bring a single balloon to distract it, or a haste spell or a heal spell or something like that in order to get through it. In this one, plenty of balloons left over for the cleanup. Again, we have minions around the top, and it was again just a comfortable 3-star strategy. I hope you are getting the idea of how strong the Lavaloon attack is. We have 2 more replays for you, then we will wrap up this video. Let's check out this one then. So again, notice the army composition, skeleton spell is there. Often, guys, the queen might be centralized in the base. That makes it a lot more difficult to come in. In order for this one, we could come in from the south here, take her out alongside the CC, but is it necessary, you need to ask. Can you take the queen out on the fly and save the need to take, you know, a couple of golems to set up the funnel, a couple of wizards and a bowler in your CC? Can you take her out on the fly? So on this one, we have 2 air defense at the bottom. They are going to go down. It's one of them bases where we have 2 air defense either side, but honestly, guys, that is not a problem for the Lavaloon. Come in from one end, take them out. If you can get the queen alongside it, great, but it's not a necessity. You can then work around from there. You can also see that wizard towers are you know, right in the center of the base. We're not going to hit them at the end. Lava Hounds come in from the opposite side of the base. Now you could bring them in from the side by the air defense, but as long as you have plenty of haste spells, you're going to be absolutely fine, guys. Just notice the pathing of the balloons. They are going to literally move right the way through the base here to where that Lava Hound is. We used a couple of haste spells initially to push them forward. A rage spell helps to get over the top, and then again we have that skeleton spell on the queen. So if the air defense are on the opposite side of the base, don't be afraid to put your Lava Hounds in, and they will tank for any air bombs. You know that things are clear, or you'd be very unlucky if they weren't. Then haste your balloons through. If they can path straight to that air defense, just come in from that opposite side. It really doesn't matter. You can catch them up relatively quickly with the balloons, as well as if you've got a, you know, a rage spell for the middle or something, you're absolutely golden. And if you have kind of point defense and all the main defense around the outside, as you saw there was only a wizard tower in the middle, and we had a spell for that. There's not going to be a lot of damage, there's not going to be a lot of movement. They're going to catch them air defense up pretty quickly. Again, a few minions just to help with cleanup, but the balloons very much able to clean that up as well. Let's show you one more and then we will wrap up the video, guys. Any other tips that I haven't covered, make sure to leave them in the comments, guys. I always say, you know, I'm just sharing my knowledge. I don't know everything, so if you have other tips, please share them below. It will definitely help out other players. In this one then, notice the army composition. We actually have 2 jump spells, and likely you will be able to get success with this. If you bring bowlers in the clan castle, guys, and you get right in there, check out the air defense, check out the air sweepers, the CC, the queen. We can get a lot of value from coming in and getting to the center of the base from this angle. So naturally, we're going to bring the bowlers to help out. In comes the poison spell. A rage spell on them bowlers will absolutely just wreck bases. And as we come forward, the queen's going to go down in a second, and before you know it, all 3 of them air defense are down. And just check out how easy it is now to bring the Lava Hounds and the balloons along the back end. We know exactly where they're going to track. As soon as this Tesla goes down, we know that we've got one straight line across the base. As you can see, we have kind of the defenses at the north here and the defenses at the south. We do have the air defense kind of in between that, so it works out quite nicely. We decide to come in from the bottom. Now the queen isn't quite down, but notice again where she's standing. She's right on top of a defense. That's what I've said before. She is going to go down in a flash. Check this out. Before you know it, boom, she is gone. Balloons catching up. And again, there's that haste spell for the back end defenses, and that single balloon there. Actually, we brought in a couple, didn't we? But we could have used a single balloon in order to distract that wizard tower. As it happens, very smart to come in and take it out. I take it all back. I take it all back. So there we are then, guys, the Lavaloon Attack Strategy. You can just blitz it from one side of the base if it is set up correctly, and you can protect your balloons right the way through it. Haste spells are going to be very important for you, as is rage and heal spells right in the core where you have most of your balloons. If you can take out some key objectives, you can take out some air defense, the queen and CC, go for it. But if you haven't taken out the enemy CC, you will need some skeleton spells to take her out on the fly. And again, let me know any other tips in the comments. Make sure to leave a like if you have enjoyed it. And until next time, guys, peace out.